Have you seen a movie where a character relives the exact same day again and again and again? The character has to decide the decisions, right? And based on that decision, if the character fails, then he wakes up or she wakes up and then relives the exact same day. Once the decisions are correctly aligned, then the day will stop and the character will finally win, right? There are a lot of movies, like for example this one, which is Loop, Lapeta, and then there is Edge of Tomorrow. There are several other movies that you must have seen where the character relives the exact same day. Very similar to that, loops also work. So you start, okay, and then once you start, you have a condition. Based on that condition, if the condition sets out to be true, you go and execute a code block. Now, when you execute the code block, you again go back to the condition, ask whether the condition still holds true based on new parameters or whatever happened in the code block. If it is true, you again come back to the code block, you again execute something, and then you go back to the condition and check whether the condition is still true. If the condition now becomes false, you exit the loop. Very similar to that, Python loops also work. The little differences would be like in a for loop, you will go through a list of elements, right? And pick up things and then execute the same code block again and again and again until you reach the end of this list or any other type of collection or data structure. Let's see them in detail with some examples now. Let's see this very simple example. So I start with an age equals to 5. And then what I'm doing is I'm saying that while my age is less than equals to 17, I will print sit behind in the car. And then I will increase my age by 1. And then I will print, I am this much years old. And then finally, when the while block ends, I will print, I got my driver's license and I can drive now. Okay, I'm going to run this code line by line using the debugger mode. So I am at line number 1 now. Let's go ahead and I'm going to compare my age less than equals to 17. Since this statement is true, I will get inside this while block and I will print sit behind in the car. You will see that it says sit behind in the car and it will now increase the age. Now the age is 6. You can see it here as well. I will print now I am 6 years old. Now I will compare the while condition again. Since 6 is less than equals to 17, I will print sit behind in the car. Age plus equals to 1. Now my age is 7. And this is how it will go for some time, right? And it will go up till 17, right? Right now it is 16. Since 16 is less than equals to 17, I will again increase my age and I will become 17 years old now. Now, when I become 17 years old, this will run one last time and it will make the age as 18. And as you can see, the prints were happening here. So if I go at the end, I'm 18 years old now. When I compare 18 less than equals to 17, this condition is false and hence we will run and we will move to the line number 10, which prints I got my driver's license and I can drive now. So if I run this, the program ends and you can see it says I got my driver's license and I can drive now. Right? So this is how a while block works. It works on a condition. Unless this condition is true, this is going to keep running again and again and again. Moment this condition becomes false, you end this loop and then you go to the next line that you have. For example, the line number 10 in our case. Let's see this example. So what we have is we have a vowels list, which is basically A, E, I, O, U, and then capital A, E, I, O, U. And then we have a list of fruits, which is like apple, mango, banana, and all that. And then what we are doing is we are going through that fruit from this list of fruits every time, like, for fruit in list of fruits. Every time when I have a fruit with me, one by one, what I'm checking is whether that fruit's 0th index position, right, which is this one and this one, and all the first positions, whether 0th index position is present in this vowels list or not, which is this. And if it is present, then I'm just printing, vowel fruit and then the name of the fruit. So let's run this. So if I run this program, what you would see is that it will say vowel fruit apple, vowel fruit avocado, vowel fruit orange. Let me show you it in debugger mode. So what I will do is I will put a breakpoint and open it in debugger mode. Now I am at line number 3. So let's go ahead. I am trying to pick up the first fruit. So you see that I have picked up apple, as you can see in the screen, and then I am checking the 0th index position, whether it is present in the vowels list, which it is, and that's why it will go into the block and it will print vowel fruit. And you can see the printing here, it says vowel fruit apple. Now I am picking up the next fruit, which is mango, and this is not in vowels list, M is not in vowels list, and that's why it will go and pick up the next fruit, banana, that is also not in the vowels list, and we will pick up pineapple, that's also not in the vowels list. And now we have our avocado. Now avocado's 0th index position is A, which is present in vowels list, and that's why it will enter into this if block and it will print vowel fruit and the name of the fruit avocado. Now we will pick up orange, and orange also is present in vowels list, and that's why it will print vowel fruit orange. And that's how we went to watermelon, which is my wife's favorite fruit, and then we look at the 0th index position, which is W and not in the vowels list, and that's why we will do nothing. And this is how the program ends, and that's why we see vowel fruit apple, vowel fruit avocado, vowel fruit orange. We will see some more examples in the next video.